doon.
No sound. Healthy ka naman.
Kala mo lang yun.
Wait lang, isi-share ko sa
Sige, sige.
Okay na.
May sound narinig nyo na?
Okay. Recap na lang sige tayo.
Okay. So recap. So we were talking about paano tayo napunta dito sa sa advocacy nyo, kasi pala guys, they're proud to say na they have mental disorder. So si Tito Ari ay
si Manong
Ari ay
Manong Ari is bipolar. Yeah, I was diagnosed siguro mga 12 years ago as bipolar, and ever since then I have been under a cocktail of medications daily to keep me let's say sane, to be able to function normally. Now may mga ibang disorder na hindi naman like forever yung gamot. Let's say there's some who have social anxiety or depression. Once you get over yung stage na yon, you're parang sa cancer, naka-remission, wala ka nun. It's possible to taper and then take away yung medication.
How did you find out? How did you find? Or did you suspect anything? Because there was something that triggered you to go to the
correct.
right?
First, family doctor muna. I wasn't feeling right. There was something wrong, pero hindi ko alam kung ano yun eh. Ay parang yun nga, walang gana, tinatamad, parang during the time busy ako, hyper ako. And then parang nawala lahat ng what do you call this, drive ko to do anything. And then the family doctor was saying, subukan mo to Ari, baka ito, pa-check up. Wala, di ba? Until finally, sinabi niya, Ari, maybe you should see I think you should see a psychiatrist. And syempre may stigma yan, di ba? Pag sinabing psychiatrist, may tama. So sinabi ko sa doctor, maybe you should jump off the window because you telling me there's something wrong with me, like mentally. And he goes, no Ari, I think you should.
Same case with Tito Ari din before. Parang in and out of the hospital, and even my parents brought me to a faith healer.
Faith healer?
Yeah. Kasi we don't know what's wrong.
Yun.
Can you tell us, that's it. That's interesting.
Dun sa faith healer. Yeah, totoo. Yung mga kukula. Ano yun? Sa Tagalog
Albularyo.
May time na nagpunta pa sa bahay, parang kinakausap yung spirit, na parang lumayas na daw sa katawan ko and all, kasi they thought nga na alam mo yun, baka nakulam anak ko kasi
or baka nasaniban nasaniban
kasi nga I have this episodes nun sa class ko before na parang nagwawala ako, na parang let's say nasapian nga, parang that's how they that's the term that they use.
Okay.
And then after nun in UST kasi, since I'm from UST, UST offered
exorcism.
Yes.
What? Really?
Spiritual help. Every weekend.
Cool.
Good job, guys! Good job!
Yun. Parang I did that twice or thrice. Cleansing. And then...
Cleansing.
Ayun. Yun lang gagawin.
What does that mean?
You have to confess everything. You have to tell everything. Like, kasi totoo yan. Kasi diba parang ikaw pag nagko-confess ka, sa panig lang naman eh.
Right.
Ito, you have to open up to like 5 persons in a room, and the priest who will cleanse me, and then after which nakatulong siya, it helped. Kasi to be honest, there are I have spiritual problems. Parang, basta, I don't wanna discuss it, pero yun. And then after which, kinonsider na nila na why not visit a psychiatrist. And I'm like, Punta ko mag-psychiatrist, hindi naman ako baliw. And that's normal. And that's normal to hear kasi hindi nga siya napapag-usapan. Hindi siya normal. I mean, for the people na hindi nakaka-experience nun. But eventually, the psychiatrist helped me a lot. I mean, being able to talk about this now, and to many more people, I mean, that's a big step.
I'm really concerned about yung Kasi there are people out there na baka nakakaranas din ng ganyan.
Yes.
For sure.
Di ba?
Madami.
Madami. And then,
Yeah.
it's undiagnosed.
Yes.
Tapos, kasi may malaking consequences yun eh. I remember, ako, meron akong ex.
Okay.
Sabi ko, baliw ka yata, yung patingin ka nga sa akin. Pero,
No.
di ba, sinabi ko yun eh, I'm going to hell for that maybe. But, bilang isang mangmang kasi, hindi ko alam eh.
Yeah, and actually,
May mga ganun na may mga ganun na mga tao na nakakaranas din ng ganyan and they're paying for the consequences na ganun kasi hindi nila alam. Yung nagsasuffer and yung people around them dapat siguro ang
yes.
may educate, right?
And
That's where we come in
Yeah.
as a support group. Yung awareness, ayun yung una eh. So we go around different universities, organizations, and they normally invite us, and we do talks on mental health awareness because we can't totally, let's say, blame you for calling your ex baliw.
Alright.
Okay?
Hindi mo naiintindihan.
Kasi hindi ba rin maintindihan kung ano yun eh. I'm sure pati yung ex mo, hindi niya rin maunawaan kung ano yung pinagdadaanan niya, kung ano yung pakiramdam niya. Diba? Like, so we let people know ito yung mga signs and symptoms. Pag naramdaman mo ang mga mga signs and symptoms na to, it's like ito nga, you lose the drive to do anything. You can't do yung mga daily functions that you're supposed to be doing. Your, let's say, performance in school or at work, it drops. You eat too much or you don't eat at all. You sleep a lot or you don't sleep at all. There are several symptoms. Now, if this goes on for about like more than 2 weeks, magpatingin ka na. These are the signs and symptoms. Ito yung mga red flag na sinasabi namin sa mga, lalo na sa mga parent, na napansin nyo sa mga anak nyo. Because normally, hindi sasabihin ng mga anak yan sa magulang eh.
Right.
And especially yung mga lalaki, ang tendency namin is to keep how we feel. Especially kasi it shows weakness eh. In society, it's not acceptable sa mga lalaki na, pare, hindi ka pwedeng weak, dapat macho ka. Diba? Hindi pwedeng iiyak-iyak ka. And that happens for no reason at all. Nakaupo ka lang, nakatulala ka, and then biglang lumuluha ka, umiiyak ka. That's part of depression. Pero, hindi namin pwedeng ipakita yan. So, for example, nakaganyan kami. Pag dumating mga kaibigan, oh, hi, hari, kumusta?
Okay.
Smile. Diba? Tinatago namin. The same thing with the ladies also. Tendency, tinatago yan because we don't want to show the weakness.
You have to keep in mind that in depression, wala yung mukha. Okay?
Hindi kinukuha sa itsura yan.
Oo. Hindi porket, lagi siya naka-black.
Yung itsura nyo, okay na okay. Okay pala yun. Okay itsura nyo.
Walang mukha ang depression, walang mukha.
Pengi nga yan. Sorry.
Walang mukha ang mental health. Okay.
Wala.
There are a lot. I have a lot of experience. I have a PWD card eh. I use it like for buying food, ganyan. And others would look at me na parang, bakit ka na dyan sa unahan? Kasi di ba pag PWD ka, priority lane ka. So there are times na pag pipila ko, they would look at me and like, they would tell me na, why? What's wrong with you? Ba't ka, sabi ko, I'm a PWD, ganyan, hold her. And then they would stare at me like from head to toe.
Yeah, and they go parang,
diba?
parang wala ka namang mental health
Hindi, wala kang physical.
Oh, physical, they don't see anything.
Kasi yun lang yung alam ng tao eh.
Na
Right.
physical lang yun.
Yung PWD, hindi makalakad, or basta, in terms of physical. And there was one time talaga na napaaway ako dun sa isang fashion. Hindi. Hindi naman ako like parang, hindi ka naniwala. No, I explained.
Okay.
Na parang, diba, parang, it sounds funny. Pero kasi, diba, if you won't let them understand, kailan pa? Yun yung opportunity ko i-explain
Yes.
sa kanila.
Mm.
I told them na I'm clinically diagnosed with depression. I have this for buying meds. And I'm using it, not because gusto ko lang mapadali ako, pero it's my right. Ayun.
Kasi normally yung lane na yun, di ba? That's
Right.
senior citizen
Senior
and PW.
citizen, PWD, buntis.
Yeah.
Ano kasi yung buntis ka? Buntis ako eh. Bakit ba?
Payat nga yan, di ba? So
Sa
normally
payat
you
ko.
go nga, nakapila ka ganyan. Ako, nakatayo.
Ang
Tapos
hirap.
parang tinitigdan-tigdan ako.
Oo.
Parang may nagparinig na, hindi naman ako ng senior citizen yan tignan mo yan.
Dito, baka mapagkakala yung senior citizen. Diba?
Do I look like I'm 60? Di ba?
Ba't tahimik kayo?
Inaantay ko lang yung sausage.
Alright.
Yung pagkain
Kasi
na
nagluluto kami. Guys, break muna na ako. Ito, nagluluto kami. Tagluluto natin si Tina from Paranaque. Ang punong abala sa ating event tonight. Okay. So, I'm wondering kasi dito, paano ba to nag-umpisa? Paano nagkaroon ng kasi I have the feeling na nauuso siya. O marami lang bang na-diagnose ngayon? Or is it a trend? Is it a... alam nyo ba kung kailan nag-umpisa to? Yung at least nagkaroon ng term na mental health.
Feeling ko naman, it happened a long time ago. It's just that...
I'm sure.
It's just that we're not open about it. Kaya, di ba? That's what we're fighting for, the stigma, na ma-break yung stigma. Matagal na siya, hindi...
nga, sisisa nga, no?
No, if you look at that, di ba? So if you go back in history, let's say, you have people like Sir Isaac Newton, you have Abraham Lincoln, you have Vincent van Gogh. So it goes back. These people are bipolar. Now, if you go back, that's
what is
that's
for
a
the
long
people
time
who
ago.
are listening? What is bipolar?
Okay, bipolar is a type of mental disorder where you have bi, hindi bisexual to. So,
Okay.
bi meaning you have two extreme modes, diba? The first one is it's called the manic, hindi maniac, okay? This is the manic stage where ang feeling mo is like Superman ka, hyper. You have a million thoughts running through your mind. And then, you can go sleepless, maski for 2, 3, 4 nights.
That's like,
okay lang sa'yo.
That's like parang nakashabu.
Parang ganon. Pero ito, tumatakbo ka lang. And you feel alright. And then, tendency that you talk a lot. You're very talkative. May call it diarrhea of the mouth. Yung nagsasalita lang, blah, 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 whatever's in my mind, walang filter yon. It just comes out. And there's some who are bipolar in the manic stage. Yung compulsive gambler sila. There are some compulsive shopping. Yung todo shopping yan. At the point, there are some nakilala ko na sinanlanan nila yung mga bahay nila. Anything, or binenta na. Basta lang maka-shopping. That this is part of the bipolar. Yeah. Now, the other side...
Alam mo yung mga hoarders?
Iba yan.
Iba ba yan?
Iba yan.
Okay.
Yeah, iba yan.
Kasi may kilala ako sa hoarder na hoarder sa bahay. Okay po.
Okay. The other side naman, yung kabila nun, the manic side, you have the depressive side. Ito yung narinig natin na depression.
Okay.
This is where, that you were talking earlier, na parang malungkot ka, pero ibang klase na kalungkutan to. Diba? Kasi we tend to use like depression the way we call sadness. Like clinical depression na to. This is where you don't feel like doing anything, you don't feel like going out. And the dangerous part of this is that you have suicidal ideations.
Doon lang yun sa
depressive. Sa depressive side. Now, ayun yung delikado. So, some people, like the one that I mentioned earlier, if you go back to history, some people who ended their lives was like Vincent van Gogh. He was bipolar. You have who else do we have here? We have Ludwig van Beethoven. He also killed himself. You have Marilyn Monroe, overdosed also. And you have Robin Williams. And recently, the more famous ones, you have people, I don't think they're bipolar though, but mental disorder. You had Kate Spade, Robin Williams, you had, who was the chef?
Anthony Bourdain?
Yeah.
Yeah, Anthony Bourdain. So that's a delicado side of having a mental health disorder. So that's the bipolar.
That's bipolar.
Yes.
Yung yung manic. Di ba parang okay nga yun eh. Di ba? Yung trabaho sa tayo. You have to be productive, di ba?
Experience it.
Di ba productive, highly productive ka.
Okay.
Kung functional ka naman, pero I think
the dangerous part of that is when you're compulsive already. Kasi it's compulsive, like for example, the shopping is compulsive, the gambling, diba? The drinking, even the sex part. diba? It's compulsive. So that's no longer a good thing because you're uncontrollable. It's like shoot now, ask questions later.
Right,
So,
right.
Yun ang delikado.
Oo.
Yeah.
Kahit anong delikado.
It seems like fun in the beginning, but like from when I have a million thoughts running to my mind, negosyante ako.
Yeah.
Out of the 6 million thoughts, I can probably pick up 1 or 2 na pwede kong gamitin. Pwedeng negosyo to. So I kind of use that one when I have all these thoughts na tumatakbo sa pag-iisip ko, no? Sige, ito. Ay, pwede ito siguro. Di ba? Sulat. So that does come in handy at times.
Could be a gift.
Could be.
Kasi, di ba, yung nasa history, si Van Gogh.
Yeah.
Ayun nga, napapansin ko, sa mga examples na yun, these are highly functional, highly creative.
Intellectual pa.
Intellectual,
Oo, yung mga may
diba?
disorder.
Nalayo ka pa ba,
Intellectual.
Dinari?
Do you have...
Abir.
High five.
Yan.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. May kikwento ako sa'yo. This is about...
Yan ang gusto namin talaga. Kwento. Yan ang kwento.
Mga 10 years ago to, when I was looking for... Kasi masakit yung feeling, no, when you first find out na meron kang disorder. At yung feeling na ikaw lang ang meron. Nakakalungkot yun eh. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm the only one suffering na may ganito.
Nung 10 years ago na yan, is it 10 years ago?
10, 12, yeah, somewhere there.
10, 12, okay. Marami ka na bang kilala na...
Yun nga, wala.
Wala.
Kaya feeling mo, it's like you're suffering alone. Mag-isa ka. Diba? So, internet, blah, blah, blah. I remember, wala pang
internet.
Facebook eh. Yahoo Groups yata yun.
Yahoo Groups.
Napala ka na nun?
Nabuto ko. Wala na yung Yahoo.
Naman!
Wala nang Yahoo na.
So, may Yahoo Group yun. And then, I discovered there's a group nga on mental health. And then, there was a get-together dito sa Manila. Taga Baguio ko. So, I look forward to that. Like, it's a chance to meet other people, people of the same kind, or the same tribe. And we speak, we speak the same language. We understand each other. Kasi, the only people na makakaintindi sa isa na may depression or anxiety, ay kapwa mo. No matter how much I try to explain it to you, hindi mo talaga maunawaan. You have to pass through the pain and agony na pinagdaanan namin. So it was good to sit down with people and we knew what we were talking about. We understood each other. So it came to the point na syempre getting to know you first time to eh. Sa Mac Cafe pa yata to, sa Glorieta dati. Hindi ko lang kung andun pa yun.
Mac Cafe?
Oo.
Ano ba yung Mac Cafe? Nag-exist pa naman siya.
Uy, meron pa yun. Nag-isip niya, meron pong Mac Cafe. Oo, meron.
Sa tapat ng AIM.
No. Sa Glorieta. Sa Glorieta to. Yun sa may gitna. Sa may gitna. So, kwento-kwento kami. Di ba? How old are you? Di ba? Where'd you come from? Then it came to the point na, where did you graduate? Anong school? Okay, 10 kami. Believe it or not, 9 out of 10 sa amin, taga-UP. Yung 10th,
God damn it! I knew it!
yung 10th, taga-Harvard.
Oh my God, seryoso?
Oo, seryoso yan. So,
medyo elite pala yung yung club na to.
Di mo na-join?
baka nagkataon lang, but that was an interesting fact.
Kasi yung napapansin ko nga, there are traits ng mga tao na may mental illness, di ba? Intellectual, ano pa?
Some can be introverts, some
introverts.
Creative.
Creative.
Like you said, diba?
Yeah.
Creative. Yung mga ganyan. Diba?
So,
artist.
Maganda naman pala yun dahil nakaka-relate din naman pala kami. Kasi,
meron naman.
Meron kaming konting ganun eh.
At ang mental health, hindi siya sakit pang mayaman kasi that's what I always hear.
Oo.
Diba? Like what you told kanina, diba? Like what you said na parang, yung mga pang elite, no. Ako nga, hindi naman kami mayaman pero may sakit akong ganito. Diba? Kasi what they always say is that yung ganitong sakit, ito lang yung mga tao walang magawa. Yung sobrang boredom lang. Kaya, ang ginagawa nila, they think of the things na wala pa sila and end up having this bipolar, depression. But alam mo, when I met all these kids that I'm working with, aside from like for
Ay,
example,
they might not know yung, ano ba yung work mo?
yeah.
Yan. Pakilala ka. Dapat sa umpisa to.
Si Darren pala.
Hi again,
Sorry po.
Hindi pa ako salita niya. Hi again, I'm Danielle Hernandez and currently working as a full-time SPED teacher. And yun, right now I'm working at Lasal Araneta. I have 7 kids. All of them have autism, intellectual disability, learning disability, ADHD. So gets on a daily basis talaga. I'm with children with special needs. Ito medyo nakahalin tulad ko lang yung mental health with special needs kasi it's parang nasa same branch lang sila eh.
Totoo yan. Kasi I was about to tell you kanina, SPED ako eh. Nung maliit ako, SPED ako eh. Pero yung hindi gifted kami.
Yeah.
Accelerated kami.
Sure. Yeah, we've heard that before. Okay, gifted ka.
Pero chismis lang. Doesn't show.
Yeah, whatever you say.
Gusto ko nga kasali eh. So, ayun. Nagbago na yung definition kasi. Mas ginagamit na yung SPED.
Yes.
Hindi sa gifted.
Actually, may gifted pa rin
sa school eh.
Sa school. May
sa school.
section na
Ayun kami. May SPED kami.
may
SPED
SPED.
section ako.
Anyway, going back.
Okay,
So, yun. From there, parang nakita ko nga na mayaman niya sila lahat. Pero, that doesn't mean naman na pag mayaman ka, you have...
I didn't mean mayaman nung when I said elite ha.
Yeah.
Elite kasi intellectual, creative.
What I mean then by that is kasi ganun yung... That's the common thing
Right.
na naririnig ko.
You get that.
Which is not true. Kasi, like, even yung mahihirap, actually, most of them, yun yung sila yung nakaka-experience eh. Kasi, gets?
Yeah, and it might be that they don't have access to
Yes.
to
And that's a major
psychiatrists.
problem. Actually, I was surprised when I found out about that, I was talking to my psychiatrist and then we were talking about, because she also does work sa probinsya. So I was telling her, Doc, sa malamang sa probinsya, there's not as much cases. She goes, on the contrary, Ari, mas madami doon kaysa rito. I was thinking, I would think na mas less doon kasi mas relax yung pace of life doon as compared like dito sa, let's say, Manila or sa Baguio, pero hindi. Because yung basic needs nila,
Hindi na nila ma-provide.
yes, diba? House, shelter, food, clothing, yung basic necessities, yun lang, diba? Wala. So there are more cases actually in the rural areas than we do have in the urban areas. Pero nakakalungkot ngayon, they do not have access sa mga doktor, lalo na sa gamot.
Kaya that's what we're trying, diba, dito in our events. We're trying to give free consultations.
Yes. Kasi kung minsan may libreng consultation na or kung minsan binabayad lang mga 200 going to say to PGH, UST to. Pero we have some members pamasahe lang papunta doon. Wala sila. Diba? So when we hold events, we try to hold free consultations also. And normally it's like sa may QC area, so madaling puntahan.
Manong, nagtatanong mo.
Pakilapit yun natin.
Once na na-diagnose ko ba, is it curable po ba?
No, it's not. There is no cure for it. They have not established.
Medications. Pero,
May medication meron. Okay, so pero full disclosure para malinaw to, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a mental health professional. Everything I'm saying, it's through sa experience ko. It's through my 12 years na pinagdaanan ko. Plus, we have a support group. And we deal with these people every single day. And we have right now, we just hit the 4,000 member mark. Okay? So, at least, klaruhin natin to, hindi kami doctor, psychiatrist, or psychologist.
Just sharing your experience.
Yeah. So, some of the things like you're asking, it doesn't have a cure. You cannot have like a point in your, let's say, when they analyze you and say, okay, you are finally cured from bipolar, being by having a bipolar disorder. Wala yun. It's not curable, but it's manageable. And that's the key there. If you can manage your disorder, your anxiety, yung depression mo, or you're being bipolar, and the others, na ma-manage yun. If you can manage it, you see a doctor regularly, you take your medicines regularly, you have psychotherapy for that, change of lifestyle, less stress, yung mga nagtitrigger sa'yo, diba? Iniiwasan mo. Then, you get to live a normal life. And I think this is a perfect example, diba? We get to do our daily things. You have a teacher here for special education. You have me. Heaven knows what I do, diba? But you know nga,
What do you do? What do you do? What do you do?
I've been medicated for 12 years, and I get to do what I want to do, diba?
Yeah. What do you do?
What do I do?
Marami yan si Tito.
Wala, nagpapakit lang. Going around doing that. I'm a businessman. I own and manage several businesses. Aside from that, I do talks. I do the circuit of talks. Different schools. I get a chance to go around the Philippines. They invite me. And get paid to do things like that. I talk about mental health. I talk about personality development, positive attitude.
You get paid to talk about not just mental health.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Some are personality development.
Try to share
already.
them the talks that you're attending. The Go Negosyo.
Which one? Oh, not only that. Yeah.
Okay.
The government has a program to encourage entrepreneurship, diba, sa Pilipinas. Hindi lang pwedeng workers. This sa Pilipinas, and we were like trained when we were young, or parang na-brainwashed na. You go to school, you study hard, and afterwards you look for a good job. Diba? Doon, diba? Then, okay ka na. No. Now they're pushing it, diba? Yeah, sige, look for a good job. You learn, you train. Afterwards, magnegosyo ka. Diba? Look for a good business that you can set up, but that's good for you. And makakatulong ka sa iba. Okay, so the government has a program, the DTI. It's a Go Negosyo program. And there are only a handful of, how do you call that? Mentors. And you have to qualify for that. Because you go around the Philippines and you have to mentor these entrepreneurs.
Conception to, si
Yeah, Joey. He's president of that. Now, I'm one of the mentors.
Okay.
So, some of the talks that I do also are in regard to that one, putting up businesses. So, when I go around, my talks are not only about mental health, pero it includes ito nga, sa negosyo.
So, advocacy mo lang talaga to. Do it for free. Pero yun...
That's part of it. Sometimes it's free, sometimes it gets paid for. Sometimes yung bayad, two-piece chicken na lang. Only rice, please. Okay. Sama mo na yan instead of...
Ako naniniwala ko, you should get paid for it.
Well, if they're big corporations, okay lang. Di ba? Or if the program where we're invited to is income generating. Di ba? So, parang donation lang because it's hard to keep the organization going. Yeah, we have to raise. And when we hold programs, for example, we've done events, pag nag-event kami, so we have speakers, may mga giveaway kami, may mga tokens kami, pinapakain kami, china-charge lang namin 50 pesos.
Yeah.
May tokens kami para sa'yo.
Diba? That's 50 pesos lang. Non-income generating kami. And a lot of the things that we shell out, that comes out from our pocket or from Kylie's pocket. This is Kylie's mental health support group Okay. So it comes out of her pockets also.
O nga pala, sa mga hindi nakakaalam, si Manong Ari ay ang father ni Kylie Verzosa.
Can you see the
International
similarity?
2016.
Yeah, Daddy International. Can you see the similarity?
Daddy natawag ko sa'yo, Daddy natawag ko sa'yo, Daddy.
Ako manong lang.
Daddy. So, Daddy.
So, the goal of this organization kasi of Mental Health Matter is to be accessible. Okay, kasi 'di ba, ayun nga, katulad pa yung usapan natin, ang mahal magpagamot, ang mahal magpa-check up. So, the least thing that support groups can do is to be open to everyone. I mean, the simple conversation like this, kaya nga, actually, di ba, like what I told a while ago, yung mga viewers namin online na hindi nakakapunta sa event, they would really request for live, for something like this.
Malaking bagay to sa kanila. Kasi for some, it's going to be the first time that they will hear about mental health. Yun pala yun.
We are honored
diba?
to have you.
Oh, thank you for inviting us.
Manong, para sa hindi po nakakalam, baka sa inyo, parang may mga mental health din. Pero sa amin, para sa mga wala ding condition, para maintindihan din namin.
Tinawag na kaming normies. Normies.
Ibig kong sabihin, sa inyo yung talk para sa...
For the caregivers, that's what that's...
Oh, yeah.
I'm a caregiver.
Yeah.
That's what we mean.
Para maintindihan din namin.
Correct. We give talks also to, ayun, call them the normies or those who don't have.
Normies
Because
Normies,
that's a term to normally use, okay? So you will know like ano yung mga signs and symptoms, 'di ba? For example, your mother, your father, 'di ba? And then may pinagdadaanan yung mga anak mo. Normally the kids will not tell you. You are normally the parents are normally the last one to know na may disorder pala sila. So kami, pinapaabot namin sa mga magulang, ito yung mga signs and symptoms. Pag ito napansin nyo sa mga anak nyo, then perhaps you should think there's something going on, try to talk to them. So these talks are not only for those with disorders. Iba yung talk that we deliver to those with disorders. Iba yung talk that we deliver to those who are, let's say, who we call the normies or the caregivers.
Tsaka we don't throw away topics ano yan, usually kasi diba dito, we first have the mental health 101 or wherein we
Yes,
discuss
yung parang basics of mental health.
The definition, the red flags and all. And then after siguro, testimonials. Kasi mas powerful ang testimonials when in this kind of, what do you call this, seminars or awareness talk. Kasi mas iba pag nanggaling sa kapwa mo merong mental health disorder, mas maramdam mo, mas mafe-feel mo na okay, hindi ako nag-iisa, 'di ba?
Hindi rin pala kami makarelate totally. Kasi
Yes.
hindi namin alam.
Correct.
Until we're there.
Parang ganito
So
yun
may clue lang talaga kami.
The reason you like to really want, let's pretend that I'm blind. Okay? Bulag ako. And then I tell you, I've been hearing people talking about this color blue. Paki-describe nga sa akin yung color blue. How we do? Exactly my point.
Kulay asul.
Kulay asul, di ba? So yun na nga yan, di ba? The same thing with disorder. It's hard to understand to get it until yung pinagdaanan mo yung sakit na yun.
Pero yung pinakamahirap din kasi with this kind of mental health disorders is yung acceptance. Okay? Yun yung pinakauna. Yun yung pinakauna mo kasi dapat na gawin. And at the same time, yung pinakamahirap. Kasi for me, yun yung pinakamahirap sa akin. Na sabi ko, all this time, I thought it was just sadness. I thought na, parang wala, simpleng problema lang sa bahay na kaya namang ayusin, na kaya namang pag-usapan, pero hindi pala. It's more than that. And as year go by na okay, I'm depressed pala. Doon ko mas naiintindihan na I have to embrace it for the other people to understand it. Kasi if hindi ko tatanggapin sa sarili ko, if hindi ko iintindihan yung sarili ko, paano ako matatanggap ng environment ko? Paano ako maiintindihan ng magulang ko? And siguro yun yung pinakamagandang regalo ko sa sarili ko. Na naiintindihan ko yung sarili ko. Kasi after nun, everything comes smoothly. Okay? Okay na ako. I open up to my parents. Pero at some point, nahihirapan silang intindihan. Pero eventually, alam mo yun, it's a process. You just have to trust the process. Na darating ka din dun sa point na magiging okay ka. Okay? It will just take some time, but it will not take you forever. That's what I always say.
I could imagine once na-diagnose ka, tapos you were given medication, siguro malaki na yung pagbabago from there, di ba? And it's a totally different thing to not know what's happening to you.
Yes.
From yung alam mo na.
Yung gagawin.
And then you can just watch yourself na, I'm feeling ganito.
And then you can do something about it.
Right.
But let's make this clear, no? Sa medication, especially sa mental health, walang medication na one size fits all. For example, headache. May headache ka. Advil ito. Biogesic, inom ka. Tapos. For mental health, hindi ganun yun.
Depende.
If you have 10 people, let's say, lagyan natin, lahat yan may depression. Iba-ibang gamot yan. Rarely will you find that they're using the same, and normally it's a combination of medicines. So, normally it takes anywhere a time. So 1 month, 2 months. In my case, it took about 3 to 4 months until we found the right combination. In the meantime, di ba, I was suffering. Inaway ko pa nga yung doktor ko eh. Kasi sabi sa kanya parang, you know what, Doc, there's no such thing as bipolar. Pinakakwartahan mo lang ako eh. You've been giving
Ang
me...
mahal kasi ng gamot eh.
Oo, di ba? I go, look at that. Let me come back and forth, di ba? Different medications. I go, I don't feel well. So you're just making this thing up. You're making money out of me. So feeling ko, I wanted to stab the doctor in the face, di ba? It's like, my gosh, what are you doing? So, and I could like, feeling ko, sinusulat niya, definitely, there's something wrong with Ari. Di ba? Until that, I think, 3rd or 4th month, and change of medication, parang all of a sudden nag-click I came out of the shower, parang a fog was lifted. Yung I go, oh my gosh, yung parang
Ito pala.
I feel norm. Ito yung feeling na nawala sa akin. So it like lifted, diba? So, kaagad tinext ko ay the doc, this combination worked.
Okay.
Pero after 2 or 3 days, bumagsak na naman. Hindi pala yung akit ka, okay ka na, stable.
Okay.
Hindi. This goes up and down. So, like in my case, I've had this for 12 years. Almost every single year, I get episodes of depression and mania. That's up and down. Oh, klaro lang let's make this clear lang among the listeners. We may use terms and we make fun of it. We find it acceptable sa amin. Like, I call myself, like, sige, baliw, sira, may topak. That's perfectly
mean
fine
anything.
with me, diba? We don't mean to offend anybody. Pero, so we're talking personally on my side. You can call me whatever. I really don't give a bleep.
Like a fuck.
Yeah, I can say that, diba? Kasi my kids are listening. They're hindi ko, did Daddy just say? No, I didn't say that.
Shout out.
It was me.
No, so me, okay lang. Because I'm the type, say whatever, I don't care, di ba? As long, you don't put the roof over my head, you don't put food on my table.
Could you, pwede ba kayo magbigay sa amin ng experiences nyo when pre-diagnosis? Kasi I'm sure na maraming nakikinig na hindi nila alam.
Okay.
What are the clues? May nagbigay ka na kanina, pero pwede ka ba magbigay ng experience? Hindi lang yung sleeping, oversleeping, ayaw mo maligo, yung ganyan. What is the experience? What happened to you? Can you describe it?
So, ikakwento ko yung
How-
okay.
Yeah.
How was it?
Gusto na yung kwento.
Kwento.
Okay.
In kwento
Baka
form.
kasi haba nung kwento ko minsan.
Okay
Plenty
lang.
time, go ahead.
Ang dami nating iniihaw. And later, we'll get questions from...
Oh.
Right?
Alright.
So,
Yun, sa akin ito started in the family kasi I'm the youngest. We're all girls. We're three girls in the family. May 2 ates and then me. So parang all this time, growing up, parang feeling ko I'm the least favorite. Ganyan. Yung typical issues ng magkakapatid. And then
Okay.
eventually, parang hindi ko magets na bakit parang hindi ako gusto ng mga tao sa paligid ko. Parang ako yung laging napapagalitan. So, yun yung una, na parang, okay, sige, lagi ako napapagalitan, so magtatanim ako ng sama ng loob sa magulang ko. Parang ganun yung tumatakbo parati po sa isip ko. And then, entering high school, nagkaroon ako ng, yun na, mas lumala yung rivalry ko with my sisters, na parang they are known for school as matatalino talaga, achievers. And me, I'm known as, loser. Parang gano'n, na hindi ako kilala na nag-excel sa field ng academics. Kasi, parang, it's on them na, sa mga kapatid ko lang. And then, entering college, big school! So, I need to adjust a lot. Doon ako pinakanahirapan. Kasi, doon ako na-bully. And then, after nun, the first sem during my college, doon na nagkaroon nung episodes ko wherein yung parang nagwawala nga. And then, that's the time where they told me that I need to take the leave of absence. And sobrang hirap nun sa akin kasi the term that they use that time is nakakagulo ka na sa class. Parang something like that. And the doctor told my parents na hindi po siya kayang i-accommodate ngayon ng school na to. Nung school na pinag-graduatean ko. Kasi, nakaka-distract siya. Basta parang
When they
ganun
say nakakagulo ka, nakaka-distract, ano yung mga ginagawa mo?
because of the episodes. Yun yung parang
Okay, explain to me yung mga episodes, yung ginagawa mo that was, yeah.
nagwawala, sumisigaw. Tapos during class ko, parang I can see that the face of my professor is changing. May nakikita parang it sounds funny, pero Wala nang mga evil spirit.
It's like you're
Yeah,
hallucinating.
parang ganon. Tapos, ay yung nagwawala ako, ay sumisigaw. If you have seen before yung mga exorcism na mga videos on Facebook, ganon, that's what happening. Tapos, ihiga na lang akong bigla, bubulagta na lang po ako sa floor. Ganyan. Maraming beses siya nangyari. And that's that time that they told me na yun, magpahinga muna. So, I took the leave of absence. And then after nun, hindi ko na ma-figure out na ano nga bang nangyayari. What's happening? Hindi ko kasi talaga alam. Alam ko lang, sobrang lungkot ko, pero I don't know where it's coming from. Yun lang. Katulad ni sa amin nito, wala akong gana gawin. Ako, pagdating sa kung kaya kong gawin, tatapusin ko lahat. Ngayon, wala. Ayoko kumain, ayoko maligo, ayoko ng kausap, ayoko ng kahit ano. I just want myself. Yun. Tapos after nun, hindi na ako nakakapag-perform kahit sa anong bagay. Wala na. Tapos, that's the time that we entered they introduced me the Exorcism Manila team with Father Winston Cabading. Doon na, kiniklens na ako, ganyan. And then, that's the time that I visited my psychiatrist. And from there, hindi pa siya ganun ka-successful agad kasi nga nahirapan akong tanggapin. And yung adjustment period, yun yung medyo mahirap. And then eventually, meds. And what's so funny about meds is kapag okay ka na, pag hiyang ka na, tatanggalin sa'yo. Kasi tolerable na siya.
Okay. Yung tolerance din pala.
Pag tolerable na siya, you have to change. Ibig sabihin, kaya ko na. There are a lot of suicidal attempts. Unsuccessful suicidal attempts. Pero, so parang lagi ko iniisip, siguro may purpose pa talaga ako sa life, no?
Yes.
Kaya buhay pa ako. Kasi I tried to cut myself several times. Wala talaga eh. And gusto ko ng mga uminom, gusto ko ng tumalon sa mga buildings and all, pero lagi akong naaawat. Laging alam mo yun, something is holding me back. Pero, kasi pag nandun ka na, sa verge ng gagawin mo na, wala na eh.
Ayun.
Diba,
Pag
Tito?
nandun ka na,
Kahit anong gawin mo, gagawin mo siya. Wala ka nang may isip na kahit ano, na kahit sino, even your family.
I describe it in this way, Let's say we have this, ito yung level mo, There's a certain line.
Okay.
Before you get to the line, pwede ka pang kausapin. Pwede ka pang awatin and makakaintindi ka pa. Once you cross this line,
Wala na.
you are beyond redemption. Whatever you're thinking, it doesn't make sense. You're no longer coherent. You're no longer logical. The only thing that you want to do is to end the pain and suffering. It's not that we want to kill ourselves. Okay? It's that we
Iba-iba.
want to end the pain and suffering. Yung pinagdadaanan namin. Kaya, for example, matulog kami. We don't sleep to rest. We sleep to escape the pain that we're going through the whole day. So, pag gising namin sa umaga, sama ng pakiramdam namin. Oh my God, gising pa ako. It's like, saan hindi na ako nagising? Kasi pagdadaanan ko na naman, another 24 hours, itong feeling. So, once you cross that line,
So, yun yung, ito yung,
Said.
what you're describing is yung down.
No.
Depressive.
It's depressive. You can be depressive pero you're in the depressive mode na pwede ka pang kausapin, makikinig ka pa. And then you're going to consider na, may mga mahal ako sa buhay, may mga anak ako, di ba? Meron pa. But once you cross that line, wala, nothing's gonna stop you. Ito yung sinasabi nga ni Danielle. You're gonna do it already. You'll do whatever it takes. And it's only perhaps, I don't mean to be religious, by the grace of God, that you will survive or you'll probably stop or for one reason or another, somebody's going to pull you out before you jump.
And just to share in connection with that.
Madami din mga tao siguro ganyan eh.
Totoo.
Na hindi nila alam ang gagawin nila eh.
Yes.
Kasi
Sana nakikinig sila.
Kasi walang tulong, minsan walang tulong na makakatulong. Parang kailangan mo lang talaga i-release lahat ng emotions mo.
Yun ang nakakalungkot, di ba? All it needs is just one person na makinig sa'yo. And then somebody you can express yung pinagdadaanan mo.
Kahit
Di ba?
hindi magsalita.
Yeah.
Kahit nandyan lang.
Andyan ka lang, di ba? Makinig ka lang. The chance to vent, to let you know yung pakiramdam, yung pinagdadaanan ko, yung sakit. Di ba?
And
That can save a person's
I
life.
can imagine yung sakit na yan is not physical. Sakit, no?
It's not physical. But at times, there's like sa akin, a part of it, feeling ko there was like 100 pounds on my chest na nakapatong.
Patong.
Yeah, that was part of it. But the pain, it's not physical. It's emotional. Or it's hard to describe.
I think during my college days, siguro, the struggle that I always have is that yung sana hindi the following day buhay pa ako. sana the following day, kaya ko pa ulit harapin. Yung kasi, yun yung sabi ko, Lord, gisingin mo lang ako everyday, na okay ako, na clear yung mind ko, na clear yung heart ko with everything, masaya na ako doon. Kasi parang alam mo yun, masurvive mo lang tong araw na to. I'm very, very thankful kasi the suicidal thoughts, it's everywhere eh.
When did you decide na get help? Kasi I figure you didn't know until nasa...
Yung akin nga.
Kasi I think yung mga exorcist didn't help.
Actually, yung sa exorcist, ano lang yun, parang ino na lang ng parents, so na kailangan natin magpunta dito. Kasi nga, nag-worry na sila. Kailangan natin punta dito kasi baka...
It's actually for the parents na.
Ngayon. Saka hindi, I feel bad din for my parents kasi parang they have this feeling na saan ba kami nagkulang?
Oo nga.
Diba? They blame themselves na binigay naman namin lahat pinag-aral ka naman namin, dinamitan ka namin, pinakain ka namin, pero bakit ganyan ka pa din? And yun yung parang wake up call ko na, wait, there's really something wrong with me and I have to do something about it. So, yun yung entering point ko na, okay, sige, magpapapsychiatrist ako kasi gusto kong tulungan yung sarili ko at gusto kong tulungan yung magulang ko. Yun, dun ako nag-start. And feeling ko naman, natulungan ko sila, natulungan ko yung sarili ko, I'm doing better. I can say that I'm doing better. So, yun.
What's that?
There's feedback coming from somewhere.
Is it there? Ayan.
There you go.
Okay.
Ayan na yan.
Yan.
Okay.
So,
Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you.
It could bring you back there kasi. Kaya I'm really apprehensive kung itatanong ko ba.
Yeah, so
But for the reason why I ask you, kasi palagay ko may makaka-relate.
For sure.
Actually, madami. You'll be surprised that you have common stories with the other people.
Ikaw, Dad.
Ako.
Ano yun?
Dito, wait.
Dad.
Dad, Ari. So,
In regard to what? Suicide?
No. Yung experience mo before this credit.
Okay. It's like, yun nga, aside from the fact na hindi ako makatulog, tinatamad ako, it's like I couldn't make decisions because I was running several businesses eh. Diba? So decision making, mahirap mag-decide, especially negosyo, no? The economics of it. It's not that easy. You're talking the day-to-day operations or saan papunta yung negosyo ngayon. And we're in the hotel and restaurant industry. So it's very dynamic, dami eh. Now you have decisions to be made. Ang hirap to make decisions. So it came to the point, yung psychiatrist sinabi sa misis ko, kay Raquel, she's probably watching. Hi, sweetheart. Love you.
Hi, tita!
Hi, Mami. Tita.
Okay. Sinabi ng psychiatrist kay Raquel, take over the businesses. Diba? Don't treat Ari like a baby because he cannot decide. He can't decide. So make all the decisions in regard to those things. Yan.
Okay.
By the way, for example, the common thing like not wanting to take a bath, hindi sa ayaw namin. At times, hindi namin kayang gawin. I remember I had checks, pinadala sa akin mga cheque to be signed, di ba? It took me 2 days to sign those checks. Not because I didn't want to. Hindi ko kaya.
To think na pipirma ka lang dun
Yun lang. Pipirma
Kagano ka
lang.
lang.
Or may baso ng tubig na nandyan.
Hindi mo makuha.
It took 1 hour bago ko makuha yan. Hindi ayaw ko. Hindi ko lang kaya talaga. Like my brain the brain wasn't functioning properly. Going to that, okay? Let's go to the brain. Let's make this clear. Okay. When somebody dies of a heart attack, diba, you sympathize with the person and you know yung problema niyan is sa puso niya. A person dies of pancreatic cancer, you sympathize with the person, you know the pancreas failed.
Okay.
Somebody commits suicide, you blame the person. Why is that? If you think about it, diba, something went wrong with an organ and that's his brain.
Okay.
You get it? And people don't seem to see that. You don't blame the person. The brain didn't function properly. And then you say, but he's a victim. You make it like, diba? Mahina loob niyan. Duwag yan. Mahina yung personality niyan. Hindi. The brain didn't function properly, diba? And that's why that happened. How come they don't say the same thing to the guy with the heart attack? Diba? Kasalanan ng puso niyan eh. Diba? Mahina yan. Di nag-exercise yan.
Is it nung ano? Is it yung how do you say that? Yung kasi physiological siya. Kung ano yung organs mo doon. Hindi sa psychosocial, hindi sa social.
No. It's not. Because now, they have, in the state, they have.
That's what they're saying, di ba?
Yeah.
Essentially, mahina ka. Di ba? Mahina. Ayun ang sinasabi nila, mahina ka.
Correct.
You're not tough.
Because nga, they can't actually see it. Unlike, for example, heart. May stethoscope ka, pakinggan mo, may flutter yan. Okay, there's something wrong. Then afterwards, ECG, X-ray, 2D echo, pwede. Diba? Unlike mentally, diba, you can't see anything. But now, there have been scans it's called fMRI, Functional Magnetic Resonance Imaging. Diba? They tried scanning the brains of those, the normies, who would like to call them, were the normal people, and those with the mental disorder. You can see, iba. So, here is proof now that there is something that's different physiologically. Diba? From the brains of those who are normal and from those who have disorder. They have also seen that those na tawag dito, yung mga may disorder, their brains tend to be inflamed as compared to those who are normal. So now it's coming out. We're now seeing physical proof. So it's not a mental disorder. Now it's coming out to be a physical disorder kasi nakikita nila. And our goal as we do
That's clear.
our
That's
talks,
clear, guys. That's clear.
Thank you. Diba? So what you want to happen during the talks, diba? Pinaklaro namin that you should treat a mental disorder the same way we treat the other physical disorders like cancer, let's say cancer or diabetes or tuberculosis, diba? Kung may problema ka sa puso, you go to a cardiologist. Simple. May problema ka sa baga, punta ka sa pulmonologist. May problema ka sa pag-iisip, di ba? Go to psychiatrist. Ganun lang kasimple yun. That's what you want to let them know. Treat it the same as we do the other physical disorders. And that's the way it's supposed to be. And hopefully, sa mga talks namin, diba, mag-gets ng mga tao yun. Na ganun lang yun. Ganyan lang kasimple. That's why in some countries, they took away yung mental hospital. Okay, kasi may stigma yun that you have to go to a separate institution.
Okay.
All the other disorders andon.
So
I believe 2 countries, if not mistaken, it's Korea and Japan. They took it out. If you have a mental disorder, the same thing as anywhere else. You go to the hospital, a regular hospital. That's to remove the stigma that it's really different. Pareho lang dapat yan ang pagtrato niyan.
Which is sana soon din sa atin, no? Mas matanggap para mas, mas accessible para sa lahat.
Yes. Diba? Just go to a hospital, get a checkup, the same thing. Step in and out.
I think we're getting there.
I have an experience kasi in this hospital wherein I have yung friend ko yung dinala doon. And what the doctors did sa ER is they waited for the psychiatrist to come pa. Which is the following day. And then,
following day.
What is so sad about that is yung mga doctors na nandun, yung mga frontliners, the nurses, they don't know what to do. Which is I understand, sige. Kasi hindi naman siya like pinag-uusapan siguro sa, it's not heavily discussed in their profession eh. Siguro pinag-uusapan nga nila like yung mga cancer yung mga stroke, yung mga common na sakit. Pero this one kasi, ang daming cases na to. So sana din, mabigyan toon nila ng pansin kasi it's a need. Lalo na ngayon, I don't wanna say na trend siya, pero parang halos lahat in my age and
it's more common, I believe it's more common than it was before.
Totoo. Na sana lang yun, mas mabigyan ng attention. Kasi sayang eh. Parang, siguro if may nagawa sila ng time na yun, baka na-save yung friend ko na yun. Alam mo yun? Yun lang yung mga naisip ko that time na if mas equipped, if mas educated tayo, sana we could do something, we could save a life.
I think we're getting there.
Yeah.
Imagine mo na, kasi noong unang panahon, for God's sake, we killed witches at the stake.
Yes.
Because of that, di ba? It could be, di ba?
Yeah.
Siguro naman, ngayon, kahit konti, unti-unti, nandito na tayo sa modernong panahon, na-diagnose na siya.
claim it.
Sana makatulong tong yung that we're talking about it.
I'm sure makakatulong yan.
And that you're not ashamed to say.
Oh, heck no. Going sa likin na, nasa moderno tayong panahon, but believe it or not, up to this point in time sa probinsya, kinukulong nila yung mga may disorder because some have a tendency to become, like, say, violent. Kagaya niyan. Di ba? No, they tend to become violent for some. So, kinukulong nila. And they're treated like dogs.
Napapanood pa rin ako
Yeah, and it still happens. Because our help in the house, yung manang namin sa bahay, we're talking about disorders. And sabi niya, there are several in the area where they live na nakaganon. Yung kulungan nila is made out of bamboo. They're treated like dogs out of bamboo. Then afterwards, yung rehas nila, yun ang bakal. So, hindi nila, at this day and time, di ba? This is like modern days, but nevertheless, you can see because they're unaware. And all they actually need is to see a psychiatrist, di ba? Medication, done. They come out here in your talk show.
Yes.
And that's
See?
us.
Dad.
That's it.
Yes, talaga, Dad.
Well, it's so bad Kylie can't watch the show. She's busy right now. Meron siyang event.
Yeah, she's in.
What do you want to say sa inyong advocacy?
Yeah. Ako pala yun. So, right now, I'm one of the heads of the Mental Health Matters PH. And we are currently having, preparing for a lot more events coming. And right now, just siguro for the meantime, I just want to invite everyone to follow us on Instagram and on our Facebook page. Also, we have a closed group, which is entitled
Mental Health Support Group by Kylie Verzosa. Yung open to the public, ito yung Mental Health Matters by Kylie Verzosa. So let's say if you want to know about things about mental health, diba? You go to that Facebook page, Mental Health Matters by Kylie Verzosa. If you want to join a support group is where you get to interact with people who have the same, let's say, disorder. You have to enter the support group. But the support group, we try to screen them. So yung mga nandun lang sa loob are those with a disorder. So siguro mga 98% doon may disorder. If there's 1 or 2%, pero siguro they're asking permission, can you let us in? They like these are parents perhaps. Parents or children who have, like, say, parents.
Dapat lang parents na mayroon ding support group na yung anong tawag sa caregiver.
Yeah, the caregivers.
Support group din dapat yun.
Yes, that's why when we do our talks, we go around doing our talks. My wife, Raquel, speaks as a, si Mami, speaks as a caregiver. Diba? Because she has to, and at times it can be extremely difficult, or even more difficult for the caregiver that is suffering, because they have to witness, like in the case of Raquel, the husband who's totally useless, who's probably, in the fetal position in bed and under a blanket and not doing anything. And take note, Kylie has a disorder. She has depression and just anxiety disorder.
The reason naman why we are here is because of also Kylie. Because
yes, Kylie established this advocacy 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yes, and Kylie is not only like somebody with an advocacy. It's because she also has it. So when she talks to the people, she says, not only am I an advocate, I am one of you. I know what you're going through. I know how you feel. Iba yun. It's different when they can really, ganon. Pero ang pinaabot namin sa kanila na having a disorder, a mental disorder, ay hindi hadlang para makamit nyo yung mga panaginip. It doesn't matter what you have. So like I said, di ba? So I have. It never stopped me from doing what I want to do. The same thing with Dan. Di ba?
Actually, ito pa nga yung nag-pave way para mas magawa ko yung mga bagay na I never thought na magagawa ko. Like, for example, I never thought na matatapos ko itong program ko, teaching. Akala ko hanggang ganitong year lang ako and then I'll quit. I never thought I'll be working for them. Which is one thing I'm very proud of because,
No, you're not working for us. We're working together.
Yeah.
You're
That's
not
what
working
I mean.
for us.
I mean, kasi, di ba, parang ako, I wanted a space na open ako, na ma-express ko yung sarili ko. And I think that's mental health matters. And alongside of that, as mental health matters, we do talks, we do go to universities. It's either Tito Ari or yung anak niya si Chelsea, or
Chelsea.
if Kylie goes sa mga events.
And Raquel also does. She does her talks.
Actually, it's their family na usually umiikot
With the
around.
help of Danielle who organizes these events.
It's awesome. Awesome yung ginagawa niya.
Thank you.
Sorry kasi kailangan ko. Kailangan tugtog.
Sir, ako magdadalo.
Yeah.
Paano po ba magmahal ng may disorder, mental health disorder?
Paano magmahal? I guess it's let's ask my wife. Is it easy? I guess no. I don't think it's easy. I think it can be difficult.
Mahirap po.
You have to stretch your patience, and one, you have to understand them, diba? When they're going through their episodes, it's not really them.
It's their emotion.
It's their emotions, or for example, in the case, diba? It's when you have an episode, the brain does not secrete enough serotonin and dopamine. These are happy hormones, and it's beyond our control. Okay, it's like, for example, diabetica. Your pancreas doesn't secrete enough insulin. Hindi pwedeng kakain ka ng tsokolate, sabihin mo sa pancreas mo, uy, magbuka ka ng insulin. Diba? Kaya mong gawin yon? Hindi mo pwedeng gawin. The same thing with those with a disorder. You cannot, it cannot regulate the serotonin and dopamine. And suddenly, you start acting up. So it's not the person really, it's the organ there that's acting up, and so it's not really her. When we try to like kill ourselves and end our lives, and we hear voices, we always tell each other, wag ka makinig, hindi ikaw yan. That's your depression that's talking. Diba? So when your partner is going through a difficult time, think about that, hindi talaga siya yan. There's something there that's not working properly. You just have to stretch your patience.
Makikinig lang po ba ako sa kanya? Or...
Yes, basically makinig ka. There's a reason why you have 2 ears and 1 mouth. You're supposed to listen twice as much than you talk. And it's more important na makinig ka sa kanila. And at times, even if they're quiet, I have this saying that if you don't understand my silence, you will not understand my words. So, hayaan mo na tahimik siya, and then just observe the actions.
And in connection with that, you give her time. Oras na i-process lahat ng emotions niya. Kasi most likely, even siya, hindi niya naiintindihan what's going on.
Remember that, pati siya, hindi niya alam yung pinagdadaanan niya.
Aba, what if nag-away kami or kunwari ngayon?
Eh, kasalanan mo.
Kasalanan mo!
No, kasalanan ko. Nag-away kami, tapos kailan ko bang hayaan ko lang muna siya o kailan ko bang...
This is what I do based on my experience. What I tell my partner is that, okay, galit ako, sobrang sama ng loob ko. Hindi mo lang kita kakausapin kasi ayoko na may masabi ako sa'yo na pagsisisihan ko. So if I were you, you give space. And then after which, you tell her na, okay, once ready ka na, you talk to me. Or once we're ready, let's talk about it. Pero ako, as much as possible, I don't let another day pass bago ko...
Mahirap yung papalagpasin yung matutulog tayo tapos...
Siguro give her a couple of hours, diba?
For me, it depends. Like I tell my wife, it's like, don't even bother argue with me. You never argue with a crazy person. You're better off talking to the wall. I don't make sense. I'm illogical. Diba? Wait. Whether it's an hour, a week, or a month, tsaka tayo mag-usap pag matino na ako. Because in the meantime, diba, I don't make sense. So it's useless. This is for me. Diba? So, give them time. If they don't want to talk, then don't talk. Diba? That rule na, don't talk for the, don't sleep or, make it pass. That's probably for the normies. But the thing is, we're not. Diba? It's different. Our brain doesn't function the same.
And last na, aralin mo kung ano yung mga behaviors niya. For example, may ganitong incident. Okay, ano yung possible na maramdaman niya? And pag naramdaman niya na to, ano yung sa tingin mong makakatulong para hindi niya na to maramdaman or para alam mo yung maiwas siya from that emotion. Ewan ko, for me kasi it worked na gano'n, na inaaral ko, sinasabi ko na agad sa partner ko na, pag ganito ko, huwag ka na lang mag-react, ganito ka na lang, ganito na lang tayo. Okay, then after, tsaka natin pag-usapan. Saka, the communication talaga, it has to be very open. Kasi, yun din sa partner mo, ha? Hindi lang naman si boy yung mag-adjust, it has to be two-way. Okay? If ito yung pinapakita mo, try to help him din na maintindihan ka.
Yun nga po sana yung itatanong ko, yung parang lagi na lang bang silang mag-a-adjust sa atin? Parang ginagamit natin excuse yung
No.
mental illness.
No.
It should not be an excuse. Like some people, diba, they start cursing, they start being violent. You can't say, kasi may depression or something. No. Very often, it's actually within your control. You can decide, let's say, to keep quiet or not to curse or wag mong murahin, diba? Wag mong gamitin excuse. Yun. It's not an
Hindi
excuse.
naman kami nagmumbra.
Nagsasapakan lang. Diba?
Isigalan.
Kailangan din mag-adjust, ano?
Pag nagalit lang, hindi lang namamansin. Yun yung mas masakit pag hindi nagsasalita.
No, ganun talaga yan. Ako, when that happens to me, I would rather be alone. Let's say sa bahay. I'm in a separate room. And my wife knows there's something wrong already when I go to that room. At andun lang ako. And she knows when I need something, then I'll call. Otherwise, don't talk to me. Just leave me alone. That may take a day, a week, a couple of months. Pero hayaan mo lang. Diba? If you need, then you'll call. Yeah. Kasi it can be annoying. You go there, oh, how are you na? The next day, how are you na? Then again, how are you na? Oh my God, diba? Can you see? Diba? Do I look like I'm well? Diba? Just let me be. Huh?
Okay. So,
Listen more.
isa
Watch
ko
and
pa
observe.
what do you want from normies? Anong gusto niyo? What do you want to tell us?
For the normies, I guess it's more awareness. Learn about, diba? Attend, if they talk about, if you have seminars like this, you have talk shows like this where you can learn.
You have the opportunity.
You have the opportunity to learn about mental health. Please do. I mean, we have our phones. I mean, for heaven's sake, the first time in human history, you have a collection of the greatest knowledge in the palm of your hand.
Right.
Anything you want, it's there. But what do you do with it? Diba? You spend hours and hours on social media instead of trying to learn something about your partner, diba? About mental health. Pwede. So the thing is, that's it. No, learn about mental health.
I will
Be
learn,
aware.
Dad. I will learn.
And also, be more open. Okay? Maging open tayo sa mga bago nating natututunan, sa mga bago nating taong namimit. Kasi every person is different. Okay? And then siguro din is to, aside from being open, is that be accepting. Let's be extra sensitive sa mga sasabihin natin. Kasi there are words talaga na sobrang
Pero yun nga eh.
Masakit.
Ano ba yung hindi
Nakaka-trigger.
namin dapat
Kasi the only way that I know how to treat people is normal. So normal is that it? Normal lang naman, di ba? Do you want to be treated differently? Parang
No.
hindi naman, di ba?
No,
So,
but it depends.
normal.
But
Is
normal,
that what
normal,
you're
is,
saying?
normal is relative eh. Diba? For you, it's normal to call somebody baliw. Diba?
No, hindi rin.
Hindi. Or sira. Or diba? Hindi rin.
for others, normal. Parang kasama na sa language nila yung mga,
Yeah,
sorry,
it just
the M word
comes
mo.
out. Diba? If you
It
can,
comes out.
diba?
Totoo yun.
For, I guess, it would be good to skip those
These
words.
Okay.
Yeah. The may topak, sira, baliw, ano pa ba?
Mongoloid, yung mga ganun.
Yeah.
Hindi, totoo yun.
Yeah, they do. Diba? It would be good if you can skip these words.
Buduin na lang.
For those, diba? For those within the group. Siguro okay lang. We joke about it. It's like among the blacks, diba?
Yeah, nigga.
Among the blacks. You call each other, whoa, yo, nigga, what's happening, diba? Okay lang. But you have some white guy saying, yo, nigga, diba? Hindi pwede. So among the group, diba? If we joke each other, like I have somebody who's working for me and it's a disorder, and then we were talking about me reassigning him somewhere, and then he goes, oh, Ari, baka mabaliw ako nyon. I have news for you. Baliw ko na talaga. Pero that's it. It's very open. But for, I guess, the outside world, to be calling people this way, it's not right. It's not right. But if you're saying, no, should we be treated differently? Diba? Hindi, pero lang. Like I said, first, you treat the person with cancer this way. You treat the person with tuberculosis way. Ganun lang yan. Simple. Simple.
Meron ba tayong questions galing sa mga
Yes, we're open for questions.
Okay guys, tanong na.
Let's,
Kanina pa kayo nagtatanong para sa ano.
dito.
Walang tanong.
Wala yung tanong eh.
Walang tanong?
Ito po.
May tanong.
Paano po
May
pag
beer pa.
yung partner mo nalaman nung family niya na may mental illness ka?
And what's the problem with that?
Paano pag naging against sila based lang dahil sa mental illness nung
Siguro that gives the person enough reason to leave that person. For me, ha?
Yes.
Kasi if hindi kayang tanggapin ng pamilya niya, magkakaproblema kanya in the long run. What if
Yes.
bigla ka nagkaroon ng episode? Ano sasabihin mo sa magulang mo? Dahil, ay, mami, ganyan lang po siya kasi meron po siyang ganito, ganyan. Yung mami, hindi yan, ganyan. So, alam mo yun, para lang maiwas ka sa argument and all, I think leaving is the best reason.
Yeah. So from the beginning, dapat maunawaan ng mga magulang. Diba?
Grabe naman yun.
Na-
Siguro, pwede ba education muna? Bago...
No, yun na nga yun, di ba? They have to be aware. If they're aware of it and they know, then okay lang.
Try to make them understand. Sige, bigyan natin
Right.
ng chance. Pero if hindi rin nag-work and all,
Yeah, you have to draw the line then.
Yeah. Take for example, my wife, di ba? Like, if the parents knew that, oh my gosh, si Ari, di ba? May disorder pala yan, di ba? I probably say, yeah, don't worry. In the future, magiging anak niyan, Miss International. Oh. Ano? So what? Ha? Ano ngayon?
Bango. Bango. Guys, nag-ihaw kami ng lempo.
Ito po galing kay Miss Ayla ng PWD community.
Miss Ayla, maraming salamat po.
Opo, yung tanong niya, kalimutan ko. Napapasa daw po ba yung mental illness sa family?
I have two daughters. You have Kylie, who has depression and anxiety disorder, and my second daughter, Chelsea. I'm sure she's listening. I call her with the one. Hey, with the one! She also has a disorder. She has just bipolar disorder. She has histrionic personality disorder, and she has one more I forgot. Nangungulekta ng disorder yung anak ko. Nang sabi ko, I go with the one. Nakakota ka na. Okay, I go 3 is enough. Diba? So when they complain, I go, hey, look, diba? Dad, you passed it on to us. Hey, look, I passed on to you my good looks. I passed on to you my intellectual capacity and my disorder. I go 2 out of 3. That's not bad. Be grateful. Be grateful.
Oo nga naman. Kasi,
Yes. So the answer to that is yes, napapasa yan. But it's good. Come on.
ako
naisip ko
first in
kasi,
the family eh. So,
First ka?
Yeah.
Ay, ikaw mag-umpisa.
Oo nga.
You're the start. Yeah, way to go, girl. Alam mo, nag-umpisa yan sa tita mo sa lolo mo. Doon lang galing yun.
yung mga apo mo, no?
Di ba?
Tagal tayo.
Yung mga apo mo, no? Kaya sabihin nila, kukwento sa kanya, alam mo, ang lola din mo. Siya nagsimula yan.
Bagong panahon ni Lola din, okay tayo eh.
Pero dumating siya.
Biglang nag-iba yung buhay natin.
Okay, we have one more question po. From Miss Ann Estipona. What can mental health advocates do for companies to destigmatize it?
Actually, each corporation now, no, preferably they have their own mental health program where they I come across a couple of companies where we did talks and they provide psychologists and psychiatrists. So when their employees, they know that there's something wrong, may pinupuntahan, and then they call people like us
Sorry, nagulat ako. sorry,
May
sorry.
pusa.
May miming.
Sorry, nagulat ako.
May
Sorry, Tito, sorry.
It happens.
Okay.
It happens. Live tayo eh.
May miming po sa baba.
May miming po.
Masarap.
And for those corporations, awareness is key. That's why they invite people like us and other people, psychologists and psychiatrists, to talk about mental health, to destigmatize it, to let them know about it. So again, awareness is key. So they have to let their employees know what it's really all about.
Tsaka sana, no, sa mga companies na yan, they don't just care about
They could just fire them, di ba? Nung unang panahon, nung hindi pa nila alam.
Noong unang panahon,
care about yung ina-earn. Sana
Kasi diba,
alagaan nila.
Kung tulog ka lang natulog.
Tulog dito.
Right?
Sana alagaan din nila yung mga yung workers nila because 'di ba sila yung sa kanila nang gagaling lahat ng kinikita ng company. I mean, they work for the company.
yes.
So dapat sana they give mental health benefits. Yun yung isa sa mga dream ko. Na sana may mapasok akong company with that kind
Mental
of
health
benefit.
benefit.
Kasi parang
Sa health,
tawag doon, yung card for
Yung health card.
Parang
health
HMO.
card, yeah.
Yeah.
I tried to ask if pasok yung
Mental health?
No, yung sa psychiatrist.
Yeah,
Hindi
hindi.
daw.
Just to finish up, I did a talk recently. I'll name the corporation. It's a good corporation, Avega. Avega is like an HMO. Okay. And sila, I think they'll be the first one, or they already are the first one HMO who offer, diba, those ones with mental health disorders as part of their package. So, and I did a talk for them. I was with other doctors and the rest, and it was so good to hear that, oh, finally, kasama sa benefits, nila.
Do you know of companies who screen for that? Kung ay, may mental health to, hindi ko lang. May discrimination.
Meron.
That's another topic in itself, pero meron na.
Meron. But the thing is, di ba, obligado ba kami sumagot? And ano ba ang gagawin nila? Because based on the mental health law, you cannot discriminate.
But there's a law.
Diba? Mental health law, yeah.
Oh, okay.
This was by Senator Meron. That was
Okay.
filed by Senator Risa
Ontiveros.
Ontiveros.
Okay.
So Senator Risa is by chance you're listening. Thank you. Actually, this goes all the way back, I think 12 to 18 years pa eh. To Senator, oh my gosh, I forgot the name. That's how long it took to pass this bill. Over a decade before they finally got this bill to become
Law.
Senator Orly Mercado. Not your time. Siguro naabutan mo.
Actually,
Kapakamahal ko!
Ayun yun! That's the one. Di ba naging senator siya?
Magkakasundo po yung magkakaedad.
Yung mga in their 30s ba? So it went back. It goes back that far. Then when they first filed that bill, then it finally came into fruition.
What's in it? So may anti-discrimination against mental health.
Meron.
Okay.
Meron. Now, the important thing about that is they want to provide mental health, how would you call that? Care, all the way down to the barangay level. Each barangay dapat, they have psychiatric facilities, diba? Whether they have a psychologist, psychiatrist, that you can have yourself checked. Yun ang hinahabol nun. As for the implementation, well, that's a different story. Because ang dami natin, barangay, if I'm not mistaken, psychiatrists, registered psychiatrists, we have a little over 600 only.
Oh,
And considering the population of the Philippines, what is the current population?
120?
120 million.
Imagine, 600 doctors.
Okay, 120 million. Now, there was a ratio, some say 1 out of 4. There was a doctor who was interviewed from UP, School of Med, and she said as much as 1 out of 3 people in the Philippines have a mental disorder. So like what I said during my talks, look to your left, look to your right. If they look normal, you're the one with a disorder. 1 out of 3. As much as you see here, okay, we look normal. You're the one with the problem.
Anyway, thank
But you can't know by looking.
No, that's a joke. You can't know by looking. You can't.
Para to, can I read the question?
Yeah.
Ito sabi niya, kailangan ba sabihin sa HR or employer na PWD ako? Parang natatakot ako na baka sabihin nila na may mental illness ako. Ako, I did. when I first entered when I had the interview with the school that I'm working with, yun yung inano ko talaga na agad na I'm clinically diagnosed. And it's up to you. Parang nilatag ko yung consequences if they accept me. I'll have this times talaga na magkaka-episode ako. Pero syempre, I know what to do na. Parang what they told me is that they're gonna think about it. So sabi ko, okay, sige, bigyan natin ng chance, they're gonna think about it. Pero after that, he explained to me rin na, let us know if what help can we offer, kung ano yung mga kailangan mo, which is good. So I think being open and talking about it sa employer mo is okay lang.
That's a good strategy. You give them the ball, you decide, di ba?
Tama.
Meron pa ba tayo?
Questions?
Yung inihaw.
Ay. Okay, meron pa pong
Sabi
question
ko si Dan mag-ihaw.
from Miss Jacqueline Gini. Sabi niya, what is the best self-care practice that you do?
Self-care. Sa akin, I would think it would be try to lessen whatever triggers or whatever causes stress. Change of lifestyle. So in my case, I used to be a workaholic. So I lessened the work, got good managers to help me with the businesses, and exercise. Exercise is very important. Studies have shown that exercise can be as effective or even more effective than antidepressants. Presuming you work out, and we're talking workout regularly, 45 minutes a day walking, brisk walking. You have multiple studies on this. You guys can check out. You have your phones. Skip your Facebook for a few minutes and do your research and learn more about exercise and
Jogging.
Hindi yung parang lakad sa mall, ha? We're not talking ganon. We're talking brisk walking, ha?
In general naman, exercise makes you feel good talaga.
Yes. So you have feel-good hormones. Oh, as for Kylie, Kylie went through that and she used to work out and she still does. 2 to 3 hours a day yan. From,
workout monster naman kasi si Kylie, grabe.
Yeah, workout talaga yan.
Even on work breaks, talagang I can see her.
Even in between her shoots, di ba? In between the shoot, may break yan.
Pag manic ka, kaya mo mag-workout. Pero paano pag nasa kabilang side?
Oh, I'm totally useless. I cannot be a father to my children. I can't be a husband to my wife. I can't run the business. I'm totally useless. Consider me dead. That's why if I don't take a bath or anything, I don't care. I don't care.
Tito, I think you should share to them what happened to the last event that we had. That you were there, but you're like physically dead.
Oh, thank you for that.
Don't get me wrong, pero kasi I think that's a good example na you really wanted to work.
Yeah. I had a scheduled talk na, and I've been doing talk for 8 to 10 years. But this one, I think, totally overworked already.
And it's my first time to see him na gano'n.
Yeah, first time of Raquel also when my wife saw.
Sabi niya, mahihimatay ako. Oh my God, ang laki ni Tito Arif. Di ba lang ito siya? Oh my God, Tito Arif, no.
It's like, bumigay na yung katawan ko. And I was about to go. And my wife saw me nga. And I said, I'm gonna faint. I'm gonna go already. I go, there's something wrong. And this never happened in in a decade of doing talks, And wala, I went to the car, pinahigaan na lang ako. Then brought me food, whatever I needed, and just look. Every now and then they would look from a distance kung humihinga pa ako. Really, they were watching over me, pero I really wanted to talk, diba? Do my talk, pero wala, totally useless na.
Hindi natuloy yung talk.
Hindi natuloy yung talk ko. I just had to force myself to do a short portion because my talks can last from an hour to 2 hours. I was forced to do a short talk lang because there was a surprise. We surprised the guest. Kylie was there, hindi nila alam. But I had to do an introduction, like 5-minute introduction to talk about Kylie, what she accomplished, the support group. And then habang pumupunta ako doon, one of si Gagos yun, di ba? And he goes, Tito Ari, do you want me to stand beside you just in case you fall? I go, you better make sure you can catch me kasi malaki. So there was other, binabantayan kasi babagsak talaga ako. It's like, it took a lot of effort.
And in connection to do that, yun yung sinasabi natin, kung kailan ka na dapat nag-stop.
Yes. So, sinermon na ako ng anak ko actually. He goes, I told you, di ba? How many talks do you have in a month, di ba?
Super mad that time.
She was really pissed, di ba? She was really pissed. Yeah, because yun na nga, di ba? Trigger ko yun. Doing too much. di ba? But sa akin, kasi parang I will not be able to forgive myself knowing that there was a group and somebody killed himself and I could have done something to save the person's life. That's why I keep pushing it. But like Kylie said,
You can save them.
learn to take care of yourself, Dad. You first, di ba? You first.
You can't save the other people if yung sarili mo hindi ka maayos, hindi ka buo.
Hindi, pero salamat sa inyo. Salamat po.
Thank you rin for having us.
Paano po pag kunwari manic ka, tapos dun ka in-invite sa mga talks, tapos nag-commit ka and then hindi mo in-expect na biglang
Sorry, but I can't.
Ako, I have done talks on my manic stage. Ang daldal ko, grabe. And then my talks, they end up much longer. Diba? And then my wife has to remind me carefully what you say because, it's like diarrhea of the mouth. You don't filter
Right.
what you say. Kung minsan nakaka-insult na, it just comes out. Ang problema is the depressive episode. Diba? Once you have a depressive episode, wala. Cannot deliver talaga. Cannot.
Tsaka you have to condition yourself days before the event.
Yeah.
You just have to prepare. Kasi minsan talaga there are times na during the day itself ka magkakaroon ng episode kasi alam mo yung there's something big na mangyayari. So ikaw parang oh my god, nag-worry ka and all yung anxiety mo
Anxious ka eh, tama.
diba? So yun, you condition yourself and with the question din kanina na what I do to keep myself parang okay and healthy is that siguro at least in a week I have my me time. As in me time lang.
Importante yun, the me time.
I go to salon, I get my nails done, haircut. I mean, parang you feel good about yourself. Magasto siya, pero I swear after that, at least, it helps.
It's worth it. Diba?
Yes.
Pera lang yun, you can earn that one.
Totoo.
Diba?
Paano pa pag walang pera?
Punta ka sa boyfriend mo. Matuto ka babe, matuto ka mag-manicure, pedicure, pati sa buhok. Okay?
Or
diba?
be with people
massage.
na alam mo yun, na you feel good when you're with them. With a positive, a healthy environment.
What?
Yun yung mga walang cost na
Yes. Choose the people you hang around with. As I say, you are the equivalent of the five people that you hang around with the most.
exactly.
And choose your company. Diba? Kung puro nega yung mga kasama mo,
Yun ang
diba?
attitude mo din.
Yeah, you will pick it up. So it doesn't matter who they are. Masik ka, mag-anak mo yan or something. Yeah, kung puro negative na rinig mo, iwasan mo yan. It is not good for you.
Actually, in general, ganun talaga. Dapat,
Okay.
Umiwas
Not
ka sa ganun
there. In general, diba? Anything, diba? Kung nega yung tao, diba?
so how do they get in touch with you? Kasi, yung bibigay nyo na number or yung link ng group nyo, ipapa-comment ko doon sa inyo. Lahat ng mag-comment nung number nyo at mag-share, mananalo ng mamimigay ako ng
Wow! Galing Gordos pa.
Gordos,
Susha.
kamag-anak ni Tito. Gordos Verzosa.
Witty!
Ay, Tito, hindi pala Tito.
Daddy.
So, listen guys, please, what are the contacts that they could contact?
We have our email. You can message us there on our email. It's Kylie Verzosa mgt@gmail.com, or you can message us on our Instagram account, which is Mental Health Matters PH, and also on Facebook, we are Mental Health Matters.
Mental Health Matters by Kylie Verzosa. Yes. If you want to reach me personally, you can email me, Ari Verzosa, spelling ARIVERZOSA @gmail.com. You can email me.
Okay.
And I'll get back to you.
Okay, so any of those contacts
Yes.
na i-share nyo or i-comment nyo dyan, you get one entry, tapos sa next episode, ipapamigay natin to.
Yeah.
Toros,
Comment down
cutlery,
below.
service for 20 piece na kutsara, tinidor, knives.
And who's going to supply the food?
Pumalakasan
Dapat
to.
may magkasamang pagkain yan.
Parang wag na pala yan.
Punta kayo dito. Tapos,
Oo, punta kayo dito.
siyempre, kakain tayo. Okay?
Need the food to go with that.
Siyempre. So, ayun. So, ano na yung ano? Ano na ba? May tatanong ako. Ikaw muna ba? Meron pa bang tanong yun?
No more. Okay, last question na lang siguro po. Tips on how to love yourself. Kasi sabi ni Miss Akiko
May sasabihin akong
Kobayashi.
joke na bastos eh.
Sabi niya, kasi ako never ko minahal yung sarili ko.
Oh.
Okay.
Importante pa naman yun.
Yeah,
Diba?
self-love.
It's you first before
Anyone else.
anybody else. For those who actually, if you've ridden a plane, you'll notice yung drop-out mask. Diba? In case of a decompression, a mask will drop. Diba? The instruction there is put the mask on yourself first before you put it on. Yeah, you take care of yourself first. So for tips on healthcare, I will hand this over to Dan. How to take care of yourself.
Okay, first, for me, how do I take care of myself? Siguro what I always do is, I make sure that every day I learn something new. Not specifically about academics or what, but in life in general. Okay, is
That's
to
a
keep
good
yourself nurtured with different things. Kasi, ano yun eh, para bang ako as a person, kasi I want something na parating may bago. Parating akong may natututunan. Kasi, it helps me na mas makatulong sa ibang tao. Na ma-share yung mga natututunan ko. And second is, you talk to the people around you. Okay? You express yourself in any way that you can, through writing, through reading, through speaking or what. Kasi in that way, nare-release mo yung gusto mong sabihin, nakakapag-release ka ng specific emotions na nakakaluwag sa pakiramdam mo, lalo na especially when you're having this mental illness. And siguro lastly is, by showing acceptance, by showing love to yourself. Alam ko, this is the hardest thing to do, yung mahalin yung sarili. Kasi diba, what we always do, we give love to the people na mahal natin. Feeling kasi natin, in that way, tayo din mabubuo. But no, you have to first to complete yourself. Like, if you heal yourself, you forgive yourself, and then, that's where you give love to others. That's the time where you share the love that you have.
Para sa normies din yun eh. Para sa lahat yun eh.
No. Para sa
Basically, it's for everybody.
It's for everybody.
Actually, it is for everybody.
So, yun guys. Self-love.
Ano ba? Let's acknowledge pala si CJ.
CJ,
Hello.
isang
CJ
member
is
din
part of the
natin. Yes.
Thank you for coming
Bati ka
over,
naman.
CJ.
Hello.
Pati mo yung family mo.
Si CJ from Forte State.
From Paranaque City din.
From Paranaque City.
From Parana Q.
Si Tina
Si ano
Guerrero
kaya?
from Paranaque City din
Si
eh.
Tina Guerrero kaya, she's highly effective. She pulled this all together.
Yes.
Thank you,
for-
Tina.
Thank you.
Thank you po.
Yes.
Pinagbigyan niyo yung aking...
Hinihintay ko lang yung caviar cut, yung patay di pa.
Uwi na ako.
Gagamitin natin to. I think, kasi bibigay ko sana sa inyo. Kaya lang, you have a restaurant eh. So, na lang. Bibigay na lang natin. But we have, I think it's time to give them our tokens.
Yes po. Asan?
Meron kaming konting something. Pero kung gusto nyo.
Ikaw may ano dyan eh.
So, wait.
Ayan.
Ayan, sinupot ko muna para hindi
Galing sa
mabasa.
ating
Laki naman ng
punong
bag
abala.
ng cheque. Will you remind me your check?
Ay, pinag-kasama talaga natin ng love.
Okay, itong pink, syempre kay
Ayan,
Manong
ayan,
Ari Charot.
Yeah.
Ayan.
Kay
No, I like
Ben.
pink.
Actually,
Diba?
ay kay
Real
kay
men
Miss
wear
Ben.
pink.
Thank you so
Okay.
much. Thank you.
Ito
That's for them?
Yeah.
Kay CJ. And
What's
kay
Wow.
Instant Feel Good Box.
Oh, that's interesting.
Wow.
What's inside?
What's inside?
Curious. What's inside?
I think I have that
Kay
one.
Manong Ari.
Thank you. Thank you, team.
Thank you. Nabasa na siya.
Ano naman?
Thank you for having
Ano
us
naman?
then.
Katol.
Secret!
True.
Hello po kay Ate Nayla, kay Miss Ann Estipona, kay Christine
Wala pa kasi kaming, kain muna tayo, pero kasi wala kaming maibigay sa inyo na bayad kasi wala pa nga kaming sponsor.
It's okay.
So,
nag-iipon pa po kami.
kaya
Next time.
pagpasensyahan nyo na po ang aming
It's more than enough sa amin na inimbita.
Hello po kay Ma'am
nyo kami.
Raquel Verzosa.
Salamat po.
Thank you then. Thank you for having us. We enjoyed. Ako enjoyed this event.
So pwede na tayo kumain! Yay!
Yay!
Should we papatayin na ba namin o live lang kami habang kumakain? Baka meron kayong tanungin nyo ha. So, kain na tayo. Nasaan na ba?
Sabi po ni
meron pa.
Meron ba? Hindi, para kay Tito Ang sabi niya, bibigay ba email para manalo?
Oo,
Yung mapapanalunan pala.
kahit doon sa contact numbers, sa mga pages ng ni
Web
Kyla
pages,
Verzosa,
Facebook, or sa email ko, ariverzosa@gmail.com. Take note, ay ZOSA yung spelling nun.
Yun. So, kahit alin doon sa contacts na yon, titingnan namin lahat yon. Tapos next week, lalagay namin yun sa isang bowl. Tapos hahalu-haluin namin ganon. Tapos bubunod kami na isa, siya ang mananalo ng set.
Pagkain, sagot mo ulit.
Oh, syempre.
Hello po kay Kuya Aljunta, nanonood din. Kay Danielle Lorenzana. Hello, Ading.
Yung mga listeners natin.
Hello sa mga Ilocano
Papabate.
dyan.
Todo Ilocanos, na yung pagdarabayikin niya yung amin.
Yes. Ang daming alam mo lang.
So, ibig sabihin ba hindi, bawal ang alak? Kasi hindi kayo nag-aalak.
You're not supposed to put it together. It's not a good combination. Alcohol and medication.
Okay.
Remember, I can drink now because there's no more meds.
Excuse me.
Yossi.
Yeah.
Yossi, I think it's relatively common. I haven't heard do not smoke. But again, if it's part of a healthy lifestyle, if you can stay away from the cigarettes and alcohol.
Generally, we should
Diba?
stay away from that.
Pero
Yeah.
kasi the others,
And exercise.
smoking is their
Yeah.
yung breather nila. Parang every time they smoke, they feel better.
Yes.
Iba-iba yan
It's a nasty habit.
Diba? Kung anxious kayo, diba? Yossi.
Oo.
Yeah.
Alam mo yung nakwento ko yung ex ko. The reason why naisip ko siya ulit kasi
Naisip mo siya. Yung boyfriend mo, ano pa niya? Alex?
Peter.
Si Peter, okay.
Yung ex ko. Nagsasuspect ngayon ako na baka meron siya.
Baka.
Kasi may nakita ako na yung isa sa mga may clue. Sabi ko bakit? And tinawagan niya ako nagpapasundo.
Mhm.
Nandun lang nagwi-withdraw lang daw siya tapos biglang hindi siya makahinga. So, dinala ko siya sa ospital. Nilagyan siya ng paper bag.
Okay.
Para
That's normally the first thing.
So, ganun.
Baka anxious lang
Siguro.
siya.
Pero,
May not be a disorder.
na-figure out ko lang yun nung napanood ko sa Facebook. Sabi ko, familiar. Kasi sabi niya, ay, basta lang siya ng basta. Ano ba nangyayari?
Okay.
Basta.
Pero minsan lang nangyari.
Isang beses lang.
Isang beses
Isang
lang.
beses lang nangyari sa kanya. So,
Okay, but that is like anxiety out of nowhere. It's like magpapanik ka. You feel like, for no reason, you're scared, you're
siguro
nervous.
wala laman yung ATM.
Ay, ayun.
Kaya.
Zero balance.
Yeah.
Diba?
So, ganun yung mga naisip ko kasi yung madami. And then imagine kung it's normal na, hey, I'm gonna pop my pill. Wait. Then I wish merong ganun
Sa amin, within our family, it's very normal that, when I pop my meds, kasi it's regular. Yung apo ko nga, may apo ko, oh, Maximian! Grandpapa loves you so much. Diba? Lahat ng gamot ko in the morning, diba? Grandpapa help you pop meds. Diba? So she'll pop each of the meds, and then afterwards, she'll name it. Diba?
Alam niya na.
Yeah, seka, what is this? Lamitor. And Lamitor is a mood stabilizer.
Oh my God!
Yeah, she
so
does, and then-
cute pa
and then,
naman.
Prodein, what is that? That's an antidepressant? No, antidepressant. And then I go, and Grandpapa is drinking all of this because Grandpa is damaged.
One day it's gonna be normal. And it's not,
is normal, sa amin.
it's not gonna earn another look.
Yeah, I hope so. It may not happen soon, but hopefully in the next generations.
Alam mo, hindi na ayun ang theory ko. It's the next generation because yung mga asshole na mga ayaw mag-aral. No. Hindi ba, kasi the old people na closed ang isip, we're gonna die out.
Yeah.
Diba?
Yeah,
ganyan naman talaga eh. So,
True.
So, ganun talaga ang evolution eh. That's how we evolve.
Right,
Yung mga
right.
old things, old people die out. And then yung dala ng mga bagong tao, bagong ideas, bagong technology, bagong culture, ngayon ang natitira. I think
so. It'll change. Yeah. Like the generation ngayon, di ba? They're now more aware of this mental health. So how about tumatagal yan? Then we can expect more people who will consider it normal to talk about it, to see a psychiatrist, to pop their meds. Diba? Hopefully.
Ay, nga pala, mayroon ba kayong kilalang nagwe-weaponize ng ganun?
Meaning?
Na ginagamit niya na, wag mo akong aawayin, baka magkaroon ako ng episode.
Have I come across that?
So far ako wala pa naman.
Ako wala naman.
Mabuti naman. Kasi,
Ano pala weaponize yan?
yeah, weaponize eh. Kasi, parang
They
gamitin mo
use
na
it,
klase.
diba?
Diba?
They use it.
Pero I could hear other people like saying na pag mong sabihin niya, natitrigger ako. Yung mga ganun lang.
That once, yeah.
Parang normal naman yan. Pero yung parang sabihin na ganun, ka-major.
Yeah, that could be a way of weaponizing. Kasi, don't say that.
No, there are some things that can be triggering. Diba? For example, you see the picture of somebody, let's say, even for the normies, you see a person or a child being tortured, molested, that would disturb you, right? So, I guess it's normal lang. Ayoko makita yan, nakaka-trigger. But for those who have disorder, there's some things nga that you may find normal. But sa amin,
Is it common?
to have
Pwede
triggers?
ba namin, malalaman ba namin na trigger yun?
It's
O iba-iba
triggering?
rin?
Iba-iba rin. Iba. It's different.
Tsaka minsan mahahalata mo naman sa physical actions na if they're too far or they're not focused on dun sa pinapakita mo or what,
Yeah.
you can see naman na hindi talaga sila.
Kasi that's one of the things na we were discussing before she invited you to come over. Sabi ko kasi kung libo-libo yung tao na nakikinig sa atin, may sabihin ako na triggering.
It may be. Is it possible?
Somebody, buti ko 5 lang tayo. Kasi I could see, I could feel, makaka-adjust ako. Pero sa madaming tao.
Could be. But diba that's why disclaimer ko kanina, diba? The terms that I use, diba? Sa amin, it's okay lang, but outside, diba? It may be offensive to them. And I use the words not to offend anybody.
Siguro yun, the disclaimer will be the biggest help pag mga ganun. Magkaroon ka ng gano'n. Para alam
Disclaimer.
nila na
Yeah.
yung mga terms na lalabas.
Hindi naman sinasadya.
So, let's wrap it up. Thank you guys. I'm gonna ask you for last words. Pangit siya. Baka nag-trigger yun.
Last word. Oh my gosh, don't say that.
Messages.
That's disturbing. Did you get it? Oh my gosh.
And then after that, we can eat na. Thank you guys. This is Johnny Baby. Thank you.
Ako si Jay. Sino ka?
Tina from Paranaque.
I'm CJ.
Manong R here, and remember, mental health matters.
And I'm Hernandez, and I'm one with you fighting for depression.
Yeah!
Thank you!
Thank you! Bye!
Salamat.
Till our next episode! Mon, pakipindot yung penis.
Ano yung ano?
Ano trigger? Na-trigger ako.
Back sa dulo.
Yung penis.
Yan.